For many years now, the Angels have been carrying around this history of being cursed and a joke. But today, we changed that. Today, we're going to rebuild the Angels from zeros to heroes. And now, we're going to look at the roster and see what we have to work with. Unfortunately, it's not looking so hot. We have Tyler Bremner, who looks like a promising prospect, but we also have Mike Trout, who's eating up a lot of financial. So is Anthony Rendon. Both of those guys are combining for $70 million on the payroll, and that's just not going to work for me. So right now, I'm trying to extend Zach Neto, uh, trying to buy out some ARB years for him, and maybe one free agency year, just to try to maximize his value. So 13 million, I'm aiming for, but he wasn't working with that, so we're gonna have to go a little bit lower. And I just want to lock him up. I think he's gonna be the shortstop of our future. He's only 25, and we got him. Next, I'm locking up Grayson Rodriguez. He also is pretty young. He's only 26, so I'm just trying to do the same thing. Buy out some arbitration years so he doesn't get too expensive. Here we traded away Kikuchi and Vaughn Grissom for Trey Gibson. I'm okay with making this trade because he's a 77 overall and his B potential, so he has room to grow, and he has 7 years left. Here's our draft. In the first season, we're flying through this. Not really good draft. Robert Ortiz looks promising, but he's only 46 overall, and pretty much didn't do a very good job drafting here, but we'll be going simming to the end of the season, and somehow we made the playoffs. That's not how I was expecting this rebuild to go, but Trout is injured, so we get eliminated. Unfortunately, we get eliminated by the Rays, but here is our first signing for free agency. Our first big move. Since we made the playoffs, I kind of want to compete now, and we were able to get Ian Happ for left field. Our second signing is Adrian Morejon. Now, we are bolstering the bullpen here. We got Jordan Romano as well. We are flying through this. Here we have the contract, and we get Evan Phillips. Again, we are just bolstering the bullpen and getting some depth. We have Ramon Urias signing here. Our farm system is 9th, so not great, but not terrible either. You know, I didn't get a chance to see where we started, but 9th seems like a pretty good spot to be. Here, team's not looking good. I don't know how we made playoffs, but here's the lineup, the rotation. And we made another trade halfway through the season. We picked up Elmer Rodriguez for Robert Ortiz, our A potential shortstop, and Kyron Paris. But let's look at the draft. If we look at the draft results, it's a lot better than last year. George Reeves, 88 potential. Robert Anderson, 91 potential. Now, these are prospects I'm looking forward to. These prospects look good. So we're looking a lot better on the draft. Year 2. But I'm just flying through this, trying to see when can we start competing. But let's sim to the end of the season, and we did not make it. But Trey Gibson won Rookie of the Year, so we'll take that. So if we look at our farm system now, heading into the offseason, we're 5th. So we've improved. Farm's getting stronger, and just waiting on some guys to develop. So our first big signing of this year's free agency is, drumroll please, anyone? Adley Rutschman. Our second signing of the offseason. I really like that because Adley can provide that switch hitting sense for a catcher and provide some pop. Our second signing, Evan Phillips again, bolstering that bullpen. We were able to sign some depth with Leody Tavares. In center, another switch hitter. Trying to trade Trout and his ridiculous contract, and it's not going well. Nobody wants that. But yeah, he's still on the payroll for 3 more years. So I'm trying to get him off. Pause. I'm trying to get him off the team. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like it's working. But here we are on the next draft class, and it's all right. You know, 380 plus potentials, but really held down by Gabriel here with 50 overall, 93 potential, and our shortstop with 90 potential. But let's sim to the end of the season and no luck. Unfortunately, we got eliminated from playoffs and Mike Trout is here, just eating up a lot of our cash. 70 million left and nowhere to go. Now, I accidentally simmed through the off season and here's our draft class. I skipped towards a lot on accident. I forgot to hit record, but so far, so good. Louis Riley looks awesome. Brian Lutz looks good. We have great potential here. So now, unfortunately, we didn't make playoffs again, and Morejon won reliever of the year. But our first big signing is Geraldo Perdomo and Mark Vientos. We really got the left side of the infield figured out. Fortunately, Zach Neto didn't want to resign after, so we had to move forward. And one big signing I was trying to make this offseason was this guy, but he went to the Tigers, so boo this man. I was able to pick up Munetaka Murakami for some depth in the Rule 5 draft, so that was easy dubs. Unfortunately, this really hurt to do, but we released Trout. We needed the extra roster spot and it hurt to hit okay. And with this free agent decision, I would like to pre-emphasize saying our team just got a whole lot more handsome. Here, we were bolstering the rotation and signing Brian Wu, 88 overall, to a 5-year deal. Here's the depth chart. The outfield's looking a little rough, but the starters are looking good. Adley is kind of regressing, which is not good, but so far so good. I think we can make playoffs, potentially squeak in there if everyone's healthy. But let's look at the farm system, and we are ranked 9th, so kind of went from 5th to 9th. I think trading away some of those guys earlier might not have helped, but we were able to draft really well the past couple years. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to kind of film the offseason before this year, but we're looking good. So here I'm trying to re-sign Adrian Morejon since he just won reliever of the year, and that worked out for me. Next is Tyler Bremer. Again, I'm trying to buy out some arbitration years in free agency while it's still cheap because I know these guys are going to go up since they keep improving year through year. So if we can get these guys while they're cheap, we can really open up our competition window right now. We were able to sign Riley Green, so he's holding down the right field spot while Murakami's holding down first and Shanuel is our DH. Bullpen is looking good, rotation's looking good. Let's start this season. So I'm trying to extend Trey Gibson some more, just again sign cheap pitchers while they're still good. Here's our draft results. We are going crazy with the draft. We have a lot of 90 and 80, high 80 potential. Mid 80 potential is also pretty good. But these guys are going to be stars. Even if we win the World Series before, these guys can still contribute to our team by being traded and getting us some talent now rather than later. We were able to make the postseason here. Yay, we're finally back. We beat Boston in the wild card, and now we take on Detroit in the ALCS. Game 7, we lose. So we bounce back, and we see where we got destroyed from. So we signed some bullpen. Randy Rodriguez. Pitching is something we replenish a lot in the offseason since we're waiting for our guys to develop. Jared Jones, another starter. So we have Jared Jones, Brian Wu, Tyler Bremner holding down the top 3 spots in the rotation. Mark Vientos holding down 3rd. Geraldo Perdomo holding down short. Nelson Rada debut season. And our farm system is ranked 2nd. This is where I like to be. So I made this trade halfway through the year. Traded away Abbott and Gibson because I noticed they weren't progressing well. And I was able to get some nice potential guys from the White Sox forum. And here's our draft for, I don't even know what year this is, 2031. We are drafting very well. The scouts are on one. 3 90 potential guys, 2 high 90s, but unfortunately, we don't make the postseason. So we're bouncing back into a new year, and we make one big trade. We get Francisco Alvarez since Adley was regressing and his contract is up. We better our lineup here. This is how the team is looking so far, and it's looking pretty good. Yuri Perez, we were able to sign him as well. And one of our rookies, Jay Chu, is starting in left. We're able to bolster the bullpen here with Matt Brash. And we made the playoffs. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to record the draft results, but we went 102-60. And we were able to beat the Mariners in the ALDS, and now we take on Boston in the ALCS. And we were able to beat Boston, so we take on the Brewers. And here we are, Game 7, 12-12, bottom of the ninth. Boom, Mark Vientos gets on base with a double. This was a heck of a game to watch, and now I took matters into my own hands for the bottom of the ninth. Mark Vientos rips a leadoff double, and out comes the manager. Lefty, lefty, Riley Green, do you have something for me? Single up the middle. Oh my God, Vientos only has 37 speed. Please, please get in, get in, get in. And it's done. The year is 2032. 6 years later, and the Angels have done it. Finally, with a lot of moves, a lot of trades, and drafting very well, so we were able to trade prospects. The curse is lifted. The Angels finally win the World Series. I know this was really fast, and I didn't want to make a super long video. I just wanted to sum it up quick. You guys could see the acquisitions I made, the people I drafted. Unfortunately, I did miss some by forgetting to record, but we finally see that World Series in Anaheim. Our MVP for the World Series was our rookie draft, our first round draft pick in 2026. We have the number 1 ranked farm system, so we're looking really good. I'm going to end the video here, but the Angels should be set in this fake reality. Congrats. I hope you guys enjoyed my speed run of rebuilding the Angels from 2026 to 2032. I'm sorry it took so long. I know I was speed running it, but still, 2032 took quite some time. I think immediately buying more in the offseason and trying to compete after making the playoffs year 1 was not good, and that definitely delayed the competitive window. But it doesn't matter, with being able to draft well, continuously picking up good bullpen arms and starting pitching year after year, making some nice trades, we were able to finally get to that World Series trophy. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, leave a like and subscribe. I will have more rebuilds on the way. Thank you. Bye.